Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Paxson. I'm president of Brown. I'm looking at people who are here, and everybody's kind of cautiously looking at the sky. And given that the weather may change very quickly, we're going to keep the speaking program maybe a little bit shorter than normal. But I just wanted to really begin by welcoming all of the faculty and staff and community members who've joined us here today. You're here because you support what we're doing in the Jewelry District. You're here because you support what we're doing in terms of advancing science at the university and building economic development in this community. So I'm glad you're here. And we're really, really thrilled to have Will and Amy Danoff here with us today. You'll hear from them shortly. Just a few comments. This is a really significant moment in the trajectory of our vision for integrated life science at Brown. So the frame of the building is in place. We have some more work to do, but we're at a point where we can look at it and really imagine what's going to happen here and the people who are going to work here and the discoveries that are going to be made and the education that's going to happen, and that's very exciting. The point of a topping off ceremony, though, the main point is to thank the people who helped us get to this point, not helped, made it possible. And that is all of the members of the construction team, the tradespeople, the architects, everybody who's got us where we are. The work is demanding, it's precise, it happens in all weather, and we're just really grateful for everybody. I hope they can hear me. Grateful for everybody who's been involved in building the building. So a couple thanks that I'll give: facilities and campus operations, specifically our planning, design, and construction group. They do a great job. Our outside partners, Ten Burke and Ballinger, who did the design of the building. Suffolk Construction, the construction firm leading it. And then all of our friends at the Rhode Island Building and Construction Trades Council and the fantastic Building Futures program that you'll hear more about soon. So I just know that your work on this project is so deeply appreciated by our community. Thank you. Everybody knows that this has been a challenging time for higher education, and we're coming through it strong here at the university. And we need moments like this where we're really looking forward and celebrating and thinking about the future of the university, of the city, of the state, and the work that we do in the future of the people who we educate here. So very, very good timing. I want to turn this over to our provost, Doyle, who will talk a little bit more about some of the work that will happen here. And then we have a few other people who are speaking. So thank you so much. Frank.
Thank you, Chris, and great to see so many people here, weather notwithstanding. So the Danoff Laboratories is really going to serve as a catalytic hub for the research for impact aspirations that we have here at Brown. It'll be the centerpiece of our vision for an integrated biomedical ecosystem where we can do research that spans the trajectory from fundamental science, clinical research, all the way through to translation, to innovations, therapeutics, devices that will have impact for the real world. Space is designed to drive that in a very innovative way in a number of ways, but I'm going to enumerate three of them. First, by co-locating faculty, students, researchers in this building, in the ecosystem we find ourselves here, with complementary expertise in medicine, in engineering, in computational science, pulling them all together to tackle some of the most daunting challenges that face human health. Second, we want to focus the signature strengths that we have here at Brown. And those include focus on aging, brain science, immunity, cancer, with the cross-cutting technologies and capabilities that we're harnessing in RNA and biomedical engineering. And the third way that this is going to drive innovation is by emphasizing work, as I alluded to earlier, that can be rapidly translated into scientifically and medically useful products. So by virtue of this innovative approach, we hope to attract larger scale grants to support the work here, increase the number of startups coming out of the labs of our faculty and founded by students and postdocs, and expand our partnerships with the private sector, biotech, biopharma, and other sectors, including computation and hard tech. Use all of that to accelerate the timetable to clinical impact. This approach also leverages Brown's investments in critical partnership with our health systems and the Rhode Island Life Science Hub. Together, we'll improve the health and community while also contributing to the economic vibrancy and workforce opportunities within Rhode Island. There are just a few examples of the kind of benefits that the Danoff Laboratories will bring to the community, and I'll just highlight very, very quickly. One is access to clinical trials that deliver cutting-edge life-saving therapeutics. These range from our work in looking at the so-called dark genome for the treatment of aging and age-associated diseases like Alzheimer's and related dementia, work on multimodal approaches to treating pressing global health problems like malaria, new cancer treatments, such as our groundbreaking work on vaccines for brain and pancreatic cancer. Second category of benefits is our ability to attract new businesses to the Jewelry District and to the state. And a lot of that will be done through the vibrant partnership with the Rhode Island Life Science Hub. Finally, a strong and consequential benefit will be the enrichment of the Jewelry District neighborhood. We'll have an increased presence of both new and existing Brown faculty, students, staff who have their home in this magnificent building behind me, including, as I mentioned, research staff, students, and many others. But this will also increase the demand for restaurants, for the arts, for the vibrant ecosystem we need in a community like the Jewelry District. So in short, we expect that the Danoff Laboratory building will be an incredibly valuable and transformative anchor for a wealth of exciting activities that will empower the Brown research community, drive scientific and commercial development in the Jewelry District, and catalyze new commercial opportunities for the state. This topping off ceremony today is a testament to the hard work and sustained efforts of many, many people. President Paxson called out several of them already, but would not have been possible without the commitment and generosity of the Danoff family, to whom we in the Brown community are deeply grateful. And now it's my pleasure to welcome to the podium Michael Sabatoni, President of the Rhode Island Building and Construction Trades Council and Secretary-Treasurer of the Laborers International Union of North America.
Thank you very much, Frank. Good afternoon. Madam President Paxson, thank you for having us here at this exciting time, a topping off ceremony, which we get to do a lot at Brown University. You mentioned some of the team. Well, I just want to say we've got one of the best teams, one of the best building trade councils in all the United States and Canada, and I travel around pretty damn good. And investing and continuing to build world-class facilities at Brown University makes us proud. Makes us proud of the investments of people like the Danoffs to invest in Rhode Island and make an impact, a positive impact on our community for the short and long term. And it's not only what we build, but how we build it. And you're going to hear from Andrew in a minute on some numbers that we do with our Building Futures program, which has had a positive impact of young men and women, most from the urban center in the city of Providence, to come and enter and not just get a job on a construction project, but start their career path on projects, most of which have happened at Brown University, which was one of our first partners when we started the Building Futures program back in 2007. You know, this is also especially gratifying for me here today. I've been the president of Building Trade since 2007, and I remember when we relocated the highway and we were talking about the vision of the Jewelry District and what it could become, and we've made a lot of progress, but this is a key major component in addition to the nursing school and the med school and the mind center that we have built. This research lab right here truly was the vision that we had way back when we relocated the highway to start the meds and eds and the R&D in this area of the old Jewelry District. So couldn't be happier. Also want to say thank you to all the proud men and women of the building trades that lace them up every day to build these magnificent facilities and make sure that you have a world-class venue when we're done and we come back for the ribbon cutting. So Back in 2007, we also started a program called Building Futures, and it was to give young men and women from disadvantaged populations, mostly our urban centers, opportunities and pathways into the construction industry. And that individual that's been with me every step of the way, in addition to Brown, who was our first client to sign on with the vision and the courage to adopt this program, is its executive director. I'm going to call up right now to say a few words. That's Andrew Cortez. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, President Sabatoni. Always a hard act to follow. But Building Futures is incredibly important and impactful in how we build when we partner with Brown. So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to the Danoffs. It's wonderful to see you both again. Believe it or not, this is not the first topping off ceremony where I've seen the Danoffs, and their generosity has made this partnership possible. And I'm incredibly proud to be here once again to honor and acknowledge the exceptional work we all can do when we put our minds together. Brown University has been our partner since the beginning. President Paxson is absolutely astounding. I mean, you all know that. You're from the Brown community. I don't need to tell you this. But as a community partner, the level of impact that we've had by sharing resources together, by being intentional about how we build, has been exceptional. So, and of course, you know, Michael's right. We started this program in 2007, and one of the main reasons was to connect people to meaningful careers in the building trades. Today, as a topping off ceremony, is about celebrating the tradesmen and women who have put this building together, which is incredibly important. But registered apprenticeship is how you replenish that rank of highly skilled workers. It's how we start careers for people who need economic opportunity. We're not named Building Futures accidentally. So even on this project, Suffolk has been a great partner right off the bat. Jenna has been amazing in her project management. This project, all of the labor hours, Brown has the goal of 15% of those hours coming from registered apprentices. We're at 17% right now, and we're just getting started. And that's because of the dedication of the Suffolk team and all of the great contractors who are here performing this work. So I meant it around our name. Stephanie Treos started her career right here with J.L. Marshall. I was looking at the beam. I saw Sunai's name there. I know Orlando's here. We have a lot of ironworkers here. And Lewis is in his apprenticeship right now, somewhere in that building behind us. We have, but it's not just about starting new careers. It's also about continuing the education of registered apprentices who started on a different Brown project, like Daryl, who's with Sweeney Drywall, or Tyrone, who's with Rossi Electric. These are not just numbers or statistics we report. These are impacts in people's lives. And for that, I cannot thank this partnership enough. Brown University, Michael Sabatoni's leadership and vision as the building trades presidents, the Danoffs for their generosity, and all the great men and women behind us who make these buildings possible. We know we need this laboratory, and thank you all for making it happen.
Thank you, Andrew. It's really great to see you and Michael and have you here and sharing your thoughts. So it's starting to rain a little more, so I'm going to be really fast. But I do have to say, at every university, great university, there are parents and friends and people whose generosity and philanthropic vision are just truly exceptional. And without them, we couldn't do what we do. And we're incredibly grateful. And Will and Amy are just exemplars of people who understand the importance of what we're doing here at Brown and then who work collaboratively with us to make it happen. So thank you so much. Would you like to come up and say a few words?
We're going to make this very quick. My husband Will and I are very delighted and honored to be here. We are so pleased to have everyone's partnership on this building and venture that we know will be an engine for both economic activity in Providence and Rhode Island, as well as an engine for scientific advancement. So thank you all very much, everyone who designed, built this building, President Paxson and her team. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, sweetie. Yes, it is starting to rain, but just wanted to say that we're thrilled to be here, thrilled to be part of this building and team, and we're grateful, and we're hopeful that the discoveries in this building are going to make a big difference for lots of regular people out there in the world, and hopefully will lead to medical discoveries, bioengineering discoveries, discoveries that will help doctors and nurses save lives all over the world. So hopefully, all of our work together will enable that. Want to mention, as Christina said, that we are parents of Amelia, class of 2023. She studied here. She became an educated and confident young woman, and hopefully she'll come back, Christina, and see the building. But we're so happy that the Brown community has embraced us, and happy to help in our way. But we want to thank Christina, thank Frank, Michael, Andrew, Sergio, Lisa Dunham, all the development team, and everybody who's been part of this. It's sort of easy for us. We get some of the credit, but we know it's been a long journey. But it's always amazing, Christina. On time and on budget is very, very impressive. I just want to thank Amy, who's become a trustee of Brown now. Amy makes it happen, and I think you'll really enjoy working with her, Christina and Frank. Yeah. So good luck, finishing up, and thank you so much. Good. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great.
Great.
So normally at this time I would say, and now let's raise the beam. And we already did that. So please feel free to stay and mingle and talk and get some refreshments here. And thank you all for coming today and joining us. Thank you, Will and Amy. Bye.